I'ma chase my dream. Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. That's loud, I know. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Welcome back to my channel. I am Transparently Dee, where I'm keeping it 100% transparent in the life of Dee. Hello everyone. How are you doing today? How was your month of June going? Today is June 26th of 2021. And yes, I am exhausted. And no, I haven't really done anything. I'm just exhausted because I wanted to come in and give you guys a little brief update of what's been going on and where we are in our journey, how I'm feeling, you know, just the basic updates. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. I am 20 weeks and 3 days. 20 weeks and 3 days gestation today. So we have made it halfway there. My God. And I made it to my 20-week goal. I had set like goals, a goal, because it's not multiple goals, just one goal. I had set a goal and I wanted to make it to 20 weeks. I was like, gosh, if I could just get 20 weeks and I'll be okay, you know. Because just being honest, this has been a rough pregnancy. It's been rough. It's been hard on me. And I don't know if the pregnancy is hard because I'm older or if because it's just hard. But this has been one of the most difficult pregnancies I've had. I am no longer nauseous. I'm not having any nausea. I'm sorry, my lips are dry. I'm trying to find my chopstick here. I'm no longer nauseous. I'm not vomiting or anything. I can eat in peace. It depends on what I'm eating. I'm lying. Because I did vomit last week. Over the weekend. Maybe it was last week. I vomited last week. I vomited after I ate legumes. Legumes are simply beans. It doesn't matter what kind of bean it is. It doesn't matter how it's cooked. It doesn't matter how it tastes or anything. Any kind of beans make me sick as a dog. My mother-in-law is in town, and she made some peas and bean mixture with some ham bone. I'm talking about delicious. Absolutely taste amazing. And I only had a few of them. I didn't have a lot, but I had some of the beans with rice over it, and then the meat that she had cooked it with as well. By the time me and the mister laid down, I was feeling nauseous. I was like, oh God. And he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I feel so nauseous. And he was like, okay, you want me to get up? And I was like, no, just, you know, I'm okay. I don't feel like I want to throw up. Maybe I just ate them too fast, or maybe I ate too many of them, or something like that. So I'm good for right now. So just, you know, lay down, whatever. So he went ahead and went to sleep. And I dozed off too. And before I knew it, I was waking up out of my sleep nauseous. And I was like, oh my God. And I was just laying there, and like I was trying to take slow, you know, breaths into my nose, blood out my mouth to kind of make the nausea go away. I could feel it boiling up. I was like, nope. I got up and boom, I just threw up. And then I threw up all night and that morning. So beans of any sort, like the other day, the Mr. grilled, and he made like sausage and chicken and what else he had on there, pork chops, corn. He made just a bunch of stuff on the grill, and then he made baked beans. And normally I eat his baked beans, they're great, but I just was like, I'm not even gonna chance it, because even like he had me taste it to see if it needed anything else in it, and even me tasting the beans, I got so nauseous. So I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that anymore. So I just decided that I wasn't going to eat any more beans. Other than that, I just feel real tired. I have like zero energy. I'm outright just exhausted. Like, I'm weighted down and exhausted. I have been able to sleep a little bit better. I've been sleeping well. I do wake up in the middle of the night sometimes and I'm just up and can't go back to sleep, but eventually I'll doze back off and I don't feel like sleepy, but I just feel exhausted. That's really the only symptoms that I'm having right now. Another major thing that happened is that okay, so we got two doctors. The doctor that delivered Skylar, we're gonna call that Dr. A. The doctor that I was currently going to, we're gonna call him Dr. B. So the Mr. is not a big fan of Dr. B, because Dr. B is real laid back. He real laid back. I mean, he's been doing this for years and he's very experienced in it, so I'm sure he's heard every complaint under the sun, and you know, just nothing really moves him. For me, that's good, because I'm a trauma nurse, and as a trauma nurse, we are trained that you don't panic. You don't panic at all. Like, that's just something that you don't do, because when you panic, then the patient and their family is gonna panic as well. So he just real chill. He real laid back and just chill, and the Mr. just is not a fan of that. I thought she was gonna get into trouble with me. So he's not a fan of that at all. So I brought it to his attention. So here's the thing, what's been happening. I hadn't felt the baby move yet. So I was worried about that I could not feel him moving. And so I would tell my doctor, I'm like, listen, I don't feel him moving. And then he's like, yeah, it's okay. He'll check the heartbeat for the heartbeat, and then he was like, yep, he's fine, don't worry. And kind of just like blow it off, if I can use those terms. And so I was just like, okay, but I was still worried. And because I was worried, that made the Mr. worry. So I told him I wanted to go back to Dr. A. Now, I was very reserved about going back to Dr. A because of the traumatic birth experience that I had with Dr. A. And so he was like, see, I told you we should have stayed with them, we should have went with them, because a person's perception is their reality. So his reality of Office A is good. Like, he thought that was just the best thing smoking, because he, you know, his experience was just different from mine. And so I was like, yeah, I know you told me, but I just want to go. So I made an appointment to go see Dr. A. And I took my mother-in-law with me, because at that time I was 18 weeks gestation. So they was doing an anatomy scan on me. And my mother-in-law has been in town for the last 2 weeks, so we wanted her to go so she could see him. So we went to that appointment, and I was, again, very reserved. But I am determined with this pregnancy that I am not going to just let somebody tell me or coerce me into doing what they want me to do. I am going to have the birth that I want to have. And that's just the bottom line. So I didn't get the doctor that delivered Skylar. I got the doctor that's over the practice. And so I told him, I said, listen, this is what happened last time. I'm not doing that again. I'm doing a VBAC. And this is why I feel like I want to do a VBAC. And, you know, we just talked about it. He was like, and remember, I don't know, one of my videos I told you all, if you don't ink it, it didn't happen. In healthcare, you gotta ink it. If you don't put it in black and white, it's like it never happened. So he was like, I can't believe he did that. I don't know why. I don't understand why he would do that. Let me go look at the notes. So he went and pulled the notes. And rightfully so. He inked it. And that is what he was supposed to do. And that's what I expect for him to do as a doctor, is to ink his rationale. He got to ink it. So he documented that once he did the cesarean section and he opened me up, that he had to go reach in, pull, that my daughter was transverse, which means straight across. He had to pull her down, turn her, and then bring her out. Now, I know that that is not true, because they had the clear thing up and I could see what he was doing. So I know that that's not true, but what he inked is what happened. So he was like, oh, but that's okay. I said, that didn't happen. Quit playing. I could see exactly what he was doing. And then so he was like, that's just what I'm just telling you what he said, why he had to do it. I said, that's fine. He said, but that won't stop you from getting a VBAC. You can have a VBAC if you want to get a VBAC. It's no problem. We don't mind. We will not induce you to get a VBAC. You have to go into labor on your own, and we don't anticipate any issues, so you can get a VBAC. Okay. My mother-in-law did not like the doctor's office. She didn't like the staff. She didn't like the office. She didn't like the doctor. My mother-in-law did not like the doctor's office, period. So, long story short, we went to that doctor's office, and I already knew that I had an anterior placenta, because I went and paid for a sneak peek ultrasound because I couldn't feel it moving. And she had already told me that I went in, I said, I'm just here because I'm concerned because I haven't felt them move. And so she said, oh, I guarantee you got an anterior placenta. And she said, but we'll check it. And so she said, I'm going to look first. This after we got into the room. She said, I'm going to look first, and then I'll let you look, because I just want to make sure everything is good before I turn it on so you can see it. So really what she was trying to do was make sure he has a heartbeat before she let me see it, which I appreciate her for that. She's amazing. I'm going to drop her information down below if you're in the area and you want to get a sneak peek. She is absolutely amazing. And I'll drop her information down below. And so she put the thing on like literally like 30 seconds, and she was like, all right, I'll turn it on. So that gave me relief, because when she said, oh, okay, I'll turn it on, that let me know that she already saw his heartbeat. Okay. And so she said, see? And she showed it to me. I have an anterior placenta. Do I have his ultrasound in here? Anyway, so I already knew I had an anterior placenta. And that's why he wasn't moving, and so on and so forth. And so, long story short, my mother-in-law didn't like the doctor, and I still did not feel confident in that office. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what his ultrasound is at. Oh man, can I take it out? Oh, I have a complete anterior placenta. Let me show y'all. Where's the better picture? This one is the better picture of it. Boom. Here to wait, let me see. Where's it at? Okay. Boom. I have a complete anterior placenta. That's his foot. This part that you see here, all of this, that's my placenta. So when he's kicking the placenta. This up here where this white line is, that's my stomach. So that's why I can't feel it, because it's like a pillow, and it's like a pillow between him kicking and my stomach. So that's why I can't feel it. I can feel it now. But I wasn't feeling anything. I can feel him now kicking. So because the mister wanted to stay with this office, and because he had such a good experience with them, I was just willing to just change doctors and go back to them, because they were in agreement with me having a VBAC. Then the doctor's office is in network with my insurance. The hospital, however, is not in network. So we would have had to pay more out of pocket to deliver at the hospital that Dr. A delivers at than Dr. B. So, long story short, we decided to stay with Dr. B. Went to the appointment the next week to Dr. B's office and had an anatomy scan done there. And they said the same thing. You have an anterior placenta. He is 14.9 ounces. And based on his measurements, he is in the 96.6 percentile. So Dr. B was like, this might be a big baby. He might be a big baby. He's already in the 96.6 percentile. He's going to be a big baby, you know. And, you know, I'm not really concerned about that or worried about that, because my oldest was 11 pounds, 7 ounces. My second oldest was 10 pounds, 2 ounces. My third was 10 pounds, 5 ounces. And then my fourth was 7 pounds. And then Skylar was like 6 pounds. So I'm not really concerned about it. I know that I am able and capable of giving birth to a large baby. I don't know. Though, you know, I don't know if the mister gonna be able to handle that. But I told him, I was like, I kind of just want to be able to labor at home for as long as I can, till I just really can't tolerate it anymore, and then go to the hospital from there. So with Dr. B is willing to do a VBAC. He said that from the beginning, before we even got pregnant, he said that that I could do a VBAC, but one of the stipulations is that he's making it mandatory that I have an epidural. So at the appointment, he did speak about that. He said that he wanted me to have an epidural because if I need to be rushed back to surgery, the anesthesia is already there. He said if something happens and he has to rush me back to a cesarean and I don't have an epidural, then he'll have to use general anesthesia where they put me to sleep, and that may put more of an effect on the baby and me and causes aspiration. And he said even though it's a 1% chance that you will have those, it's still a chance, and he did not want to take that risk, so he wanted me to have an epidural. So I am going to unfortunately have to get the epidural. But I still want to labor at home for as long as possible. So I'm hoping that by the time I get to the hospital, I'm like 7 to 8 centimeters. They can give me the epidural, I can push, and, you know, we're ready to roll from there. There was something else I wanted to update you all on. I'm just trying to think about it. I have started my company, A Child is Born. A Child is Born Consulting and Information. So where I am guiding and leading mothers through trying to conceive and getting pregnant and staying pregnant and carrying full term and things of that nature. So that is up and running. I do have one client who we found out last week. She is now pregnant after years of trying, pregnant with twins. Yay! I have another client who is now 14 weeks. She may be 13 or 14 weeks with twin boys. Yay! And then I have another wonderful young lady who I'm working with, and we're gonna get her boy. She wants a boy. And I am like praying and calling on God and seeking God's face. Anytime she messaged me or say something to me, I always seek God's face first. We do have one great baby who is PGS tested. They're doing really, really well and just waiting on mommy to make the decision to transfer her in. So we do have one. We are shooting for more. So those who believe in God and believe in faith and pray, keep my client in prayer that this will be her cycle. We want multiple embryos, multiple genders, you know, for her. I'm just believing God for that, for her. Love her to death. She's so sweet. Golly, she's so nice and sweet. But I'm just speaking life into her through achildisborn. She will bring her full-term baby home. Another thing is that I was like just trying to rush this thing. I'm like, Lord, please let this hurry up and go. Please let this hurry up and get by. I'm just tired. Oh God. And my friend invited me to a prayer, like a virtual prayer thing. And I was like, you know, just pray for me to have patience to get through these next 20 weeks. And she was praying and she was like, you know, the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And God is the giver of life. And I took from that the enemy's job is to destroy and kill. He's already accomplished that goal with his brother. And I feel like I'm allowing the enemy to use me to speed up the process or have him early or anything of that nature to destroy him or make him have a harder life coming in or whatever. So I was just like, nope, I'm just going to chill out. I know when you get pregnant, a normal full-time pregnancy is 40 weeks. I'm going 40 weeks. It is what it is, you know, and not try to rush it. So I'm just trying to change my mental status on the pregnancy. If I could change the mental status of my pregnancy, then I can change my thought process on labor. So a friend of mine, she said, one of my clients who is now pregnant, she was like, oh, are you getting acupuncture? Are you getting this? Are you doing that? And oh, you don't believe in epidurals? One of her questions was, you don't believe a woman should have an epidural? And I said to her, I believe that a woman should have whatever she needs to get through her labor and delivery. It's her process. If she wants that epidural, get the epidural. If you don't want it, don't get it. And she was like, well, are you doing acupuncture? Are you doing massage? And no. I said, no, I'm not doing that. As I was responding to her, God dropped it in my spirit that he don't need my help. And that's what I told her. I said, no, I'm not doing acupuncture. I'm not doing massages. God don't need my help. He got it all squared away. He doesn't need my help. And you know, but I feel like a woman should have whatever she needs to have to take her through her pregnancy, take her through her delivery. If you want to do acupuncture, do it. If you want to do massage, do it. I don't do massage because it takes impurities out of your muscles and put it into your bloodstream. Anything in your bloodstream goes to the baby. I don't do acupuncture because I don't like needles. I don't like them. So I wouldn't do something that's going to make me tense up. That's not going to be relaxing or help me at all. So I don't do that. What else? Nothing else really too much is going on. I am still seeing the doctor one time a month. And I'm going to slow down and stop rushing. And just let things flow. Let them go. We have set the crib up for the baby. I insert a picture of his crib. I decided that we are not doing a nursery for him. We did all that work on Skylar's nursery. Set everything up, painted walls. I'm talking about, we had that's like a lathe. Skylar is 20 months. Skylar has never slept a night in that room. She's only slept in that room maybe 3 times. Maybe 3 times. So, like, we have a living room portion of the master bedroom. So the living room portion, I just put the cribs over there and kind of like set this. I still have my living room set over there and my table and coffee tables and carpet and stuff. But I put one crib on this side of the room and one crib on that side of the room. She don't sleep in her crib either. Let's get that clear. She sleeps in the bed with her mom, my dad. She sleeps with us. So that's really it. I just wanted to pop back in on you guys and let y'all know what was going on. If you want to reach out to me to help with your trying to conceive journey, it does not have to be in vitro fertilization or IUI. It could just simply be tracking your cycles and what supplements to take, and you know, when to take it, when to have sex, when not to have sex, because that's very important. You cannot have sex every day and get pregnant. Okay. Anything of that nature, then you can reach out to me at on achildisborn@yahoo.com is the email address. And I'm lying, achildisborn@gmail.com. I gained so much weight. I have never been this big in my entire life, and I do have a bump. My belly is big. You probably can see it. Oh, I hate when people yarn in videos, and I just did that. I'm so sorry. Other than that, there's nothing much really going on. You can leave your questions down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I want to try and leak everything that I said I would link down below. We are half baked, halfway there. I'm so happy, and I look like I'm so sleepy, like I have not slept in days, but I promise you I have. I just don't know why I'm so sleepy like this. I'm just so exhausted. But I'm gonna run into this store and see if I can find. I'm trying to get like my breastfeeding station set up and get like his clothes and stuff set up. I don't know. Just keep me in prayer. But that's it. That's it for the 20-week update. I will be back to let you all know my next goal is 27 weeks gestation. Because 27 weeks is the 3rd trimester. 3rd trimester is one step closer to being done. I'm not having any more kids. This is the last baby that I'm going to have. This is it for me. I am done having kids. I'm done. But I digress. You know how we do it on this channel. I always strive to be on top because the bottom is always too crowded. And keep your faith on fleek.
My dreams, everything alright, everything alright. I'ma chase my dreams, everything go right, everything go right. I'ma chase my dreams, everything alright, everything alright. I'ma chase my dreams, everything alright.